Hey, man, shut up. What? The intro going, man. Hey, how you doing? I hope it's good. So today we got some degeneracy with A to Z. Disrespectful IRL streamer now facing 31 years in Korean prison. 31 years? Ooh, it went from 10 to... There's a spider on my wall. You better not move. I'm gonna have a deep conversation with you later. You better not move. This is great. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a great day. It's Sunday. I hope you get to relax. If you like the video, thank you. If you subscribe, thank you. And if you share with somebody, which one from the gas station? Because I got you when I'm not broke. Look out for my IRL channel. I got car tools on the way from Amazon. And I'm gonna be changing the timing chain on my car. And I've only ever changed the tire. So if you want to watch that, it'll be there.
Things are now absolutely terrible for the disrespectful IRL streamer who's now stuck in South Korea because he just got hit with another deepfake charge, which adds an additional 10 and a half years of potential prison time in South Korea, which means the grand total of prison time that he's currently facing is 31 years in a South Korean prison. And he just admitted all the attention he's currently getting isn't even worth it anymore.
In the long run, do you think that it is worth it?
At this point, no.
I mean, come on. Congratulations, you played yourself. Overall,
you did.
Harassing strangers in public should never be incentivized in general,
right.
But massive skill issue because you simply picked the worst countries to do it. Maybe not the worst, but definitely terrible countries to be doing
really
this streaming in. Because let's be real, if he was doing this in the US, most likely he would be out on bail and he would only get a slap on the wrist for any trials that he actually went to.
Yeah, but then that means he would continue to do it until he got hurt because he would get hurt. So like ultimately, because he would get hurt. And
I guess for some reason, this absolute...
It's probably best that he did it where he did it at, right?
Moron still operates like
not
it's
in the US.
Yeah, I do.
Good, what you?
Good, can't complain. Currently recording this video in a business center in Weston and Boston because I'm currently traveling, but news happened, so here we are. But I mean, hey, I'm only stuck in a Weston business center temporarily. Johnny is stuck in South Korea for the foreseeable future. Because I mean, right after the trial I watched, he was playing it cool. He was like, oh, nothing's really gonna happen to me.
Yeah, okay,
Nothing
bud.
ever happens. I'll be out in no time. A couple months later, he's lost a lawyer. He's still stuck there. And new charges are dropping pretty much monthly at this point. I don't know if he's gonna get let off the hook as quickly as he thought. So it now seems like reality is really starting to set in with this guy as his only friend and financial supporter is starting to get extremely fed up with him as he's getting more and more charges. But at this point, most people know the story. Absolute moron, goes to Japan, gets in a whole bunch of trouble there, ends up doing about 3 months of jail in Japan, absolutely does not learn his lesson, goes to Israel, gets detained a bunch, gets a bunch of threats, ends up doing something that gets him permanently banned on his only platform that he actually makes good money from, which is Kick, and then he ends up fleeing Israel while still permanently banned from Kick. What does he do? Absolutely still does not learn his lesson. He then goes to South Korea, rinse and repeat, does the same thing all over again. Now, facing 31 years in prison because clearly...
What if somehow he gets out of this and Kick unbans him just so he can go to another country and start all of this over again? And then he get to another country and as soon as he get in trouble, he Kick bans him again. And this is just a cycle.
Clearly, he has still not learned his lesson. And nobody feels bad for him whatsoever because he has not learned his lesson whatsoever. He's just been given way too many chances to, you know, pack things up and pivot the way he's making content. But instead, he just continues to double down. Even after admitting the attention is not worth it, he still wants the attention. And a lot of people have been asking me, hey, why isn't he currently arrested in South Korea? Well, South Korea apparently operates very differently, especially when it comes to foreigners. Apparently, they don't want to spend the taxpayers' money on taking care of Johnny. They want to put that burden to provide for himself on Johnny. So now, Johnny essentially is homeless, except for Hank. He is now a burden to Hank and Hank's family because I guess Hank thinks it's a good idea to continue to pay for him. Because Hank, for some reason, thinks that's the right thing to do, even though, as you'll see, it's destroying his life as well. Johnny is a sinking ship and he's dragging everyone he can down with him. Because Johnny is stuck in Korea for the foreseeable future. He cannot leave Korea until all of his court cases are done, all of his time is served, and all of his fines are paid. Then he can finally leave. So until recently, he's had 5 charges that stuck and then 1 that got dismissed. 2 of them are misdemeanors. 2 of them are obstruction of business felonies, which hold a maximum of 5 years each in prison. Then you have 1 deepfake charge, which has a maximum of 10 and a half years in prison. And just now, they added another deepfake charge, which adds another 10.5 years of potential prison time in South Korea. So he's now facing a
I love
maximum
it.
of 31 years.
I don't love it, but it's the consequences. Because I don't like the kid. He's stupid.
I guess after all this, he's slowly starting to realize that he's ruined his life.
I talked to my mom this week, and she was like, really just like, you need to stop drinking. Like, it's ruining your life. You're 24. You know what I mean? You don't need to be drinking and doing this crazy because, you know what I mean? Like, alcohol is definitely the reason why I've done so many great. And it's, do not back down, never give up. It's not backing down, never giving up. It's about just
Bro, did you see how the people that are watching him are trying to encourage him to continue to do the dumb stuff? Like, bro, why? No, don't stop. Keep drinking. Keep doing dumb stuff. Keep going. Make it worse and worse and worse and worse. Like, bro, what?
Person. I think I'd truly be a better person if I didn't drink alcohol. I feel like it doesn't bring anything better. It doesn't bring anything positive to my life. You know what I mean? I can make good content without drinking alcohol, like, easily.
When Johnny is sober, he actually has some fairly reasonable takes. But that didn't really last for too long because, according to 15 Minutes of Shame, 1 single hour later, he was already drunk streaming.
Come party with us.
It's a quiet hour, so.
Okay, you like Diddy?
Yeah, I like Diddy.
You like this song?
Wait. Outside, I couldn't hear either.
Then come here and sit with us.
Dude, you bought another one?
No, it's the same one we had.
No, it's not.
Ace it is.
You finished the last one.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I'm lying to you. It isn't one. All right, come Hank. Don't the bike. Can you dance with Diddy with me one time?
Well, why are you like drinking so much, man? Come on.
Listen to Diddy with me, please.
All right.
I mean, Hank here is just acting like a disappointed father, and this is Johnny's only lifeline in Korea. Why would he be actively trying to burn this bridge? I guess he just can't help himself.
Yeah.
But the reason I say this is in an interview, they actually admitted that Johnny has ran out of money, and Hank is his only lifeline, even though Johnny will still go on and on about saying, oh, I actually have money, and I'm not broke.
Legal mindset and these channels, they spread like fake narrative that like I'm penniless and things like this. It's not true, but that I'm destitute and
Yeah, he got more than pennies. He got a couple dollars. Probably got about $8, $9, $9.50. Not. It's probably a random number, like $9 and like 42 cents or something. You know, and all them credit cards maxed out. Ain't no credit cards coming. Ain't no credit cards. And in fact, the $9.42 that he has is in cash. So technically, his account is on zero because he don't need no collections coming to try to pay no bills, no Netflix or no Apple, nothing's. No PlayStation Plus or nothing to come out at the wrong time or put that account negative. Okay, yeah. Now we got a that spider moved. I told you we had an agreement. Stay where you was, and we'll get to talking later. Okay. You lucky I ain't got no shoes up here. You lucky because I'd smush you against that wall and just repaint it. I'd smush you smooth against that wall. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to monitor over there more often. So if I look over there, that's why. Because I might have to throw like a bottle or something.
stuff for me. I've been living an okay life here. You know what I mean? I stay with Hank, so I don't really have expenses for living.
But here's the reality of the situation.
I have sacrificed my finances. You know, like I've actually, like Johnny ran out of money because they refused Johnny to work. So I've been actually truly providing for him.
He's been helping me a lot. He's been helping me with not only like legal fees and stuff like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's helped me pay for a lawyer and stuff.
Stop. What do you? Hold on. It's moving. Nah, ain't no escape. You in here. Yeah, you in here. It's too late. It'll be moving.
Talk to you real quick.
Yeah, right there. But I'm the bad guy. I ain't wanna have to do that to you. I told you we could have had a conversation. I had some spray for you. I was gonna dose you up a little bit.
stuff like that, and he's a great friend. Like honestly, I respect him for that. And
He's sick of you.
when I
You need to get up and out.
A lot of it I do owe to Hank. He's a real man.
Yeah. So, and not to mention that I sacrificed my time and space here. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that all he says is he respects Hank for that, dude, if it wasn't for Hank, from what we're hearing, he would be homeless. So, I mean, the least he could be is a little more grateful to Hank, because apparently he was starving before Hank took him in.
And I actually fed him back to health too. He was very unhealthy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, very skinny. Hank claims when I was living on my own in Korea, I was very skinny and gaunt, you know, because maybe my diet was not good. But Hank is definitely, people now on the internet are saying I have like a gut and man boobs now because Hank has been feeding. I've been on the Hank diet, and Hank has been feeding me so well.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
So you should show more respect,
bro,
stupid.
Thank you for not letting me starve. Bro fist for that one. But apparently things are so bad that Hank, he's being supported by his family, and his family is threatening to cut that off because he keeps on funneling that money back to Johnny.
I risk my family not paying my tuition to help Johnny because I believe that helping Johnny was right thing to do. Pretty much.
His mom hates you. Your mom hates you, right?
Yeah. My mom hates you. My grandparents hate you.
Rightfully so, though.
And you
right?
said, despite all that,
Despite
he's
all that,
my friend, and wrong is being done to him, and I'm going to make sure that he gets out of Korea safely.
yeah.
So really,
Why would you ever destroy your own life and ruin your standing with your own family over Johnny? This is clearly someone who's only using him because he has no options left. But that is still not stopping Hank from allegedly pulling some strings to get Johnny a new attorney. But apparently this attorney isn't from the big leagues. He is an attorney. That's about it.
So he's
Like
got both a public defender that was originally covering his his Western District case, and a private lawyer, which was on the East, which is now registered in the West. So we're going to talk about this lawyer.
Okay.
So we actually predicted who this lawyer was. We had a leak. Ramsey gave a leak about who this lawyer was. We now know officially the lawyer is Choi Gwang-ho. Or Gwang-ho Choi. Choi is his family name. So that is the lawyer that has registered. He is a tax attorney. He is a tax attorney. He has not been inside a criminal courtroom in 20 years. Let me say that one more time. He has not been inside a criminal courtroom in 20 years. He is a tax attorney.
It hurt when you said it the second time.
What probably happened, and this is something that we said, was this is probably a friend of Hanky Poo's family who got put on this case.
And apparently his entire legal strategy for the deepfake charge has been a complete flop.
His whole big legal talk, his whole big legal strategy was, we're going to settle with Bong Bong. We're going to settle with the female victim. We're going to pressure her. And they wanted to threaten her because she showed the image on her stream as well. But she showed it to
It just went from 21 to 22. I'm like,
show how mad she was about it, being like, this is wrong, right? So he tried to blackmail the victim. And not only did that fail, it literally backfired in his face. When he tried to blackmail the female victim, the prosecutor probably saw this and said, oh, hell.
I said, is your eye loose? Is one of those eyes loose? It looked like one of those eyes is a little loose. Your right one. Your right eye look a little loose. Y'all see that? It's like drifted a little bit. It ain't caught up yet. Like your left eye got good autofocus, but your right eye it take a second for it to get over here and focus. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no, we're gonna double down.
Dude, it is. Yeah, he do. That is some serious stick drift you got on your face right there, bud. Because I'm thinking that all that reading you did, he's a lawyer, right? They read a lot. How you read so how you Okay, I'm a lawyer. Reading ain't reading hard. Cause how you stay focused? It's like he probably see both pages at the same time. He reads. You are the master. You like the little enchanting dude from the Sorcerer Supremes. You know what I'm talking about? The Sorcerer Supreme. Because the reading. You know how he was reading on the book. Yo, I'm sorry. That thing over there too. Ooh wee. Is it something over there? We don't see it. It's off the screen. Or the camera can't pick it up. Probably what you looking at. He making eye contact with the camera and the script for what he's supposed to be saying at the same time.
Prosecutors probably saw this and said, oh, hell no, we're going to double down and give you another one.
Yeah, he got pulled,
and
guys.
by the way,
okay,
there will be no settlement on that one because it's with the Korean YouTubers that you are literally attacking and threatening with defamation. Remember, guys, Hank and Johnny have been threatening to sue the Korean YouTubers and myself, by the way, threatening to sue me with defamation in Korea. Do you think that people that you threatened to sue, and you are suing, you literally said you're suing them, you were threatening Daegun, you're threatening other people, do you think they're going to come to some settlement with you? By the way, that doesn't even really work in Korean court. Even if they were to say, oh yeah, we agree, they still, the prosecutor could still bring it.
I mean, the issue with Johnny is most of what he says is hot air. Unfortunately for him, the judge and prosecutor might not know that because he's made a bunch of threats and he's said a lot of stupid stuff. So it's safe to say this backfires tremendously on this guy. Because let's be real, all he had to do after he got caught, even after making all the mistakes in Japan and all the mistakes in Israel, and I guess all the mistakes in Korea, once they charged him formally, all he had to do was shut up, apologize, be respectful, and he probably would have gotten left off with somewhat of a slap on the wrist. Instead, he does the polar opposite. He disrespects the judge, the prosecutor, the victims, the people covering it, and the Korean citizens. That's not going to give you any leniency with a judge. I mean, the dude is just playing the worst cards possible as a social experiment to see how the Korean justice system will handle that. But for every day that passes, it seems like the penalty is going to be harsher and harsher. Then to make things worse for himself, apparently, he lost a lawyer.
Just today, we had the public defender step down. Now, that is likely, they were actually removed from the case. That means they weren't the ones who petitioned it. It was the court that did it, probably because he no longer qualifies for a public defender. When you have a private attorney, that typically disqualifies you from having a public defender. So it appears that he was disqualified from that.
So now the case will be even more expensive for Johnny or Hank, depending on who's footing the bill here. And Legal Mindset also issued a correction here saying the attorney has actually been to court 5 times in the last 20 years, or at least 5 times. But apparently he's lost all 5 of those cases. So Johnny has now hired a guy who's gone 0 for 5 over the last 20 years, and he's still acting up during his trial. I mean, by the way Johnny is acting, you would have thought, hey, he hired some big league attorney with this big boy crypto money he has. But the reality is different. And as I stated previously, he's now admitting that it's not worth it anymore. He's banned on Kick. That was the platform he could actually make decent money on. And they're most definitely not going to take him back. And we learned that from Ice Poseidon.
In the long run, do you think that is worth it?
At this point, no.
So now Johnny is permanently banned on Kick. He's also permanently banned from Patreon, apparently, and Airbnb.
I'm permanently banned from Patreon. Permanently banned from Airbnb. I don't even know how. Somebody sent some kind of article to Airbnb. They permanently banned Airbnb.
So it's hard for him to make a living streaming. It's harder for him to collect donations. And it's hard for him to live somewhat cheap because Airbnb is a good way to live cheap when you're long-term staying abroad. So his options here are Hank's place or expensive hotels. That's tough. But that was the quick Johnny Smalley update. I will return home soon, so I'm not recording the next video in the West End Business Center here in Boston. And I'll be back in my studio with my microphone that everyone says looks kind of sus. But hey, it's a whole lot better than the phone. But hopefully, the phone makes do for now. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
But if you're still watching the video at this point, I greatly appreciate it. If you have a video suggestion you want to see us react to, please put that in the comments below. Add it to the list. And on the Discord, we are Drivers. That's the name of our Discord. Link in the description. I greatly enjoyed this video. As always, Atozy. I liked it. Okay, yeah. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. And keep on the lookout for my Pharaoh IRL channel. I should put a link into it. I should put a link to it in the description. Just in case I forget. Keep on the lookout. Because we're gonna fix cars together. My car. So, yeah, thank you. And I really appreciate your support. All right.